Effective communication and public speaking are essential skills that have been paramount throughout history, shaping the course of human interaction, progress, and success. The ability to convey ideas, thoughts, and messages in a clear, concise, and persuasive manner have been the hallmark of influential leaders, innovators, and changemakers. In today's fast-paced, interconnected world, the importance of effective communication and public speaking cannot be overstated. Public speaking is a critical component of effective communication, enabling individuals to convey their message to a wider audience, inspiring, motivating, and persuading others. To further enlighten us on the benefits of effective communication and public speaking, let's turn now to Omoye Oriaghan. She is a volunteer project manager at SpeakHER, which will also teach us how to win with words. Good to have you on Newsday.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
In an arena of speaking with words, winning with words,
Yes.
and persuading people in a concise manner. Could you tell us a little bit more about the project and about SpeakHER?
Okay, so SpeakHER Hub Initiative.
Great name, by the way.
Thank you very much. Kudos to Ayomari Esse and Rolake Akinkube Fulani. They came up with this term.
Definitely.
So SpeakHER Hub Initiative is a social enterprise, basically, that was created because we discovered a gap amongst women, especially from this part of the world, a communication gap. We discovered that women have been blessed by God with a power to change and transform the world, but sometimes we're limited because we cannot communicate effectively when we find ourselves in certain spaces. And so we decided, how can we help women build excellent, effective communication skills so that we can stand out on all the different platforms that we find ourselves? Hence, SpeakHER, and that's what we're doing today.
You're here.
Fantastic. And how do we do that? Let's look at some of the fundamentals. How do women, but I mean people in general, how do we build up the communication skills, the ability to express ourselves effectively and so forth? What do you think are the pillars of that?
Okay, I'd say that first of all, because we grew up in a culture that somewhat makes, especially women, feel like you should not voice out your thoughts, and even when you do, you should be very reserved, conservative about it, and you're not able to express yourself. I think that has affected us somewhat naturally, that when we find ourselves in certain stages and platforms, we tend to keep quiet. I'm a victim of this. Sometimes I just keep my thoughts to myself and say, you know what, let them just say what they have to say. And sometimes it really hurts when I leave the setting and I know that I had something to say. So what we were trying to do is to help women understand that you can speak effectively. And one way to do that is to know some of the techniques, as it were. You have to be clear. Clarity is very important. When you're trying to communicate, you have to be clear as to what exactly it is you want to say. And that's where preparation comes in. Because we know that English is not our major language. And of course, we have to interface and interact in that language. So you have to prepare. And even if it's not just in English, I think that before you go on anywhere to say anything, especially, I mean, you guys know this. So you have to prepare. You have to know what you want to say. You have to know the people you're going to speak to and speak with. You have to understand your audience and prepare enough to have that conversation. And when you get there, speak in a very clear way. Make sure that your words are clear enough to be understood. Because communication is not effective if you've said everything and the person you just communicated with doesn't understand anything. You also have to be authentic. Please be yourself. It's one of the things that we communicate and we teach at SpeakHER Hub. Be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. Just be you and be authentic at it. Also, it's also about confidence. You show up. How do you show up? How do you express yourself? Your body language, your tone. These are some of the things that we teach at SpeakHER, because we have master classes that we teach, where we teach women some of these things to help us become better communicators. So I just highlighted a few. I'm not sure I could give a breakdown.
No, you did great. You did great.
Thank you.
I'm actually thinking it's one thing to communicate, but it's one thing for individuals to understand exactly what it is that you're saying.
Yes.
But you were talking about the confidence and just certain things that you can do in order to make someone communicate more effectively. how do you begin to deprogram women, especially Nigerian women, from the religious, cultural, just like you said, be seen, don't speak too much, quit being so emotional. There are all these things that are programmed into us from school, from church, from family. How do you begin to deprogram
I'd say that just being a part of the community, being a part of our programs. So for instance, we have a conference coming up on Saturday, and you being in a community of other women, listening to women who have overcome these challenges, as it were, women who have broken through the barriers and are doing excellently, and you see them, you know that they're doing excellently. Listening to them telling you their stories and the things that they've done, it helps, and you being able to interact. So we create that platform and I think that that's one of the ways to really help. The community, being a part of communities and platforms where you can hear the things that would help you improve in your communication, your speaking. If you stay by yourself and think that you get it, it won't work. So we have to come out, be a part of community, interact, network, and then would help each other.
I love that.
Sense.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now, I got very excited so I have a 3-year-old daughter, and they introduced public speaking to 3-year-olds in her school.
Great.
But my question is, so of course we know with anything, if you start them early, they thrive in it. But my question is it ever too late when it comes to public speaking? Because, especially with women, some women would feel like, at my age, let me let it go. Let me, is there a time frame, a window where...
No, I think I think there's nobody who's beyond remedy.
I love that.
There's nobody. Yes, there's nobody who's beyond remedy, and that's what we represent. That's what we stand for at SpeakHER. We're there for you if you're just starting off your career. We're there for you if you're mid-level. We're there for you if you think that you're now too old, but then you still need the skill. We're there for you. That's why our master classes cater to different cadres as a way of society, and we're able to bring people who can connect and relate with you right where you are, and help you through that process. So yes, nobody is beyond remedy, I'd say.
And what do you have to say for the individuals out there who are being communicated to? I know you're focusing, clearly change starts with yourself, so once you change, then you can affect change other ways. So I see that you're dealing with the young women themselves, but then what about sensitizing those that we communicate with? How does that even begin to work, to make it a safer landing for individuals who are working on this, or women in general, how they, they're perceived in society? Is that something you guys are working on? Does it get discussed? Am I asking too much here?
No, you're not. No, you're not. I was going to say that the people we're working with are also the people that will be communicated to, if you understand what I mean. So the same way I'm communicating, I also receive communication from other people. So we're working on both ends, changing our perception through the different conversations we have. Our master classes, our conference, we'll have various master classes where people will come and you'd learn. Basically, it's just a mind shift happening and helping people understand that communication is important and this is how best to communicate. And once you're in such setting and you interact with people, over time, that shift would happen.
Well said.
So your theme, I believe, is take the stage, win with words.
Yes, absolutely.
Very open-ended question. How do you win with words?
Oh, wow. How do you win with words? I'd say that there are various, first of all, there's the verbal communication and there's also non-verbal communication. Whatever you say, even though you're communicating verbally, there's also that aspect of what you express when you say it. So verbal and non-verbal communication work together for you to win with words. What are you saying? How clear are your words? What kind of words do you use? Do you express what you're saying? How do you what's the tone, the language, your body language when you're speaking with people? These are some of the things. I cannot give a complete breakdown, but then, of course, it applies to you on different levels. And we're not just targeting people who are in the marketplace. We're also looking at your relationship with other people. How do you communicate with your family members, your colleagues, your peers, your friends, and you're able to get the message, whatever message it is you're passing across, get it across to them effectively and get the right feedback. So it has to do with a lot, even storytelling is part of it. So these are some of the things we'll teach: how to brand yourself, how to master the moment, how to respond to interviews effectively, many of these things will definitely be touching on all of this. Well, not me, the experts will be on ground.
And basically, it's not by shouting. It's not
No,
by
of course.
shouting.
I'm sure just by watching you guys on TV, we know that it's really not by shouting
Not by
at all.
shouting.
No.
But could you give us more information on the event and
Yes.
how individuals who are interested can become a part of it?
Okay, awesome. Yes, I've been looking forward to that part. Yeah, so our event is happening on Saturday. It's our second conference. We started off last year. We had a media conference last year. This year, we're going to be having master classes, actually 4 master classes, and we have experts, including Stephanie Busari, we have Oscar, and we have a number of professionals who will come and teach you what you need to know about branding, about even communicating as an executive. So we have a class for everyone. Awesome. So come around. And then also we'll be having our competition, our SpeakHER. It's a competition where women across different ages will come and make a presentation before our judges, and we'll definitely have winners. The overall winner will be going on with ₦1 million and other prizes. Yes, it's a big one. And this is going to be amazing. We also have opportunities for networking. So every woman is invited. It's a free event. I'd love to say it's a very free event. And you can register by visiting our Instagram page at SpeakHER. SpeakHER. Speak is SpeakHER. I had to spell that so you'd understand, yes.
Very witty.
And then, of course, some would worry about whether, their industries or their career paths are inclusive in this, because, of course, we're in the media, so it's easy for us. There's some marketers and so forth. There are certain industries which are obvious to need more grooming with public speaking. But, what's your take on that? Is this specific to any industries or?
No. It's open to everyone. We would even have a secondary school category to our competition. So we'll be having secondary school students in the room. So everyone across industries, we all need to learn how to communicate effectively, whatever industry you find yourself. So you're all welcome, even the men.
Oh,
by
there
the
we
way.
go.
Yes, yes.
Well, it was great to have you. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you too.
joining us this afternoon, Omoye, and all the best with the event
Thank you very
this
much.
weekend.